Mass Effect 3 is the thrilling conclusion to the action RPG series from acclaimed developer BioWare. In Mass Effect 1 and 2, Commander Shepard discovered clues to the impending invasion of the Reapers, a sentient race of machines that cleanses the entire galaxy of all organic life every 50,000 years unless Commander Shepard can break the cycle. Welcome to Leisure Gamer. We review games after an hour of playing to see if they're worth fitting into your busy, working professional life. The leaders of the galaxy were unable to accept the facts Commander Shepard uncovered and are unprepared for the worst, a full-out Reaper invasion. It's now up to Commander Shepard to rally the galaxy to make one final stand, not only to save humanity, but all organic life.
The Reapers are more advanced than we are. More powerful, more intelligent. They don't fear us. And they'll never take pity on us.
For the first time ever, there are 3 ways to enjoy Mass Effect, making the game more accessible. Players can pick a more action-focused game where conversations play out as cutscenes and the combat difficulty is adjustable, or opt for a more story-focused game with full control over the interactive narrative while the combat is effortless. The last option is the authentic Mass Effect experience, full control over both story and combat difficulty. New and returning players will have the ability to extensively customize their Shepard's appearance. If you completed Mass Effect 2, all your choices and current level are available for import. The overall pace of Mass Effect 3 is much quicker than before because of the changes made to the combat, dialogue, and storytelling sequences. As a note, I had just finished playing Mass Effect 2, so the changes were noticeable. The combat is faster and more polished than ever before. Shepard can sprint faster and move into cover more quickly. There are more enemies per fight, even early on. The enemy AI is more tenacious, and they'll employ advanced tactics like flanking or smokescreens. This creates an opportunity for more movement during combat. To accommodate for this, the refined cover system allows players to adjust their position while staying behind cover. The ability to roll and evade attacks has been added, as well as a stronger melee attack which makes close combat a more viable strategy. Health is now only replenished to the current cell, and any depleted cells must be restored using Metagel. Every class can now equip any weapon, and each weapon affects overall weight and how quickly powers recharge. Luckily, the stats of weapons can be modified, including weight. However, we had concerns about how this could diminish the uniqueness of the soldier class, who prided themselves at being a master at arms. Outside combat, dialogue and storytelling points are quicker and more streamlined. All decision points, at least so far, have only had 2 options, either Paragon or Renegade. Either choice adds to Shepard's overall reputation, which leads us to believe there is more freedom to play a mixture of the 2 without compromising future dialogue choices.
Oh, 'cause I'm not. Stow it, Lieutenant. You don't want to go. We get it. But this isn't a democracy. We're going to the Citadel. You want out, you can catch a ride back from there.
There are many more action-intensive sequences during gameplay, and even some simple platforming, like jumping across small gaps. All the hacking and bypass minigames have been removed, but there were some minor puzzles to solve. Mass Effect 3 also includes cooperative multiplayer, where up to 4 players can work together to defend against waves of enemies. The multiplayer is strictly gameplay focused, and doesn't offer any additional story. However, completing matches does positively affect Commander Shepard's job of rallying the galaxy, and we've heard this can have a strong impact on the conclusion of Shepard's mission. Mass Effect 3 has a wide range of difficulties. Overall, the baseline difficulty has been increased with the sheer amount of enemies and their advanced tactics earning the game a rating of standard. Mass Effect 3 doesn't leave you unprepared though. Leveling skills has been refined for more customization. From levels 4 through 6, 2 different options can be chosen to match your playstyle and complement the strengths of your squad. Combined with the more dynamic cover system and the ability to import your character with their pre-existing level, you might even find yourself bumping up the difficulty. Autosaving and manual saving returns with the addition of a quick save button right on the controller. This is a welcomed addition which minimizes gameplay interruptions and prevents excessive replaying if defeated. To our surprise, the multiplayer is pretty tough. The maps don't have great defensive positions, and enemies will always find a way to flank your team. As your online character increases levels and acquires better gear, you can expect to make it through more waves of enemies, but before then, get ready to fight for your life. Mass Effect 3 is the most manageable game in the series in terms of time commitment. Even with the refinements though, the game is still best enjoyed in longer periods of time, requiring a lot of focus during combat and when trying to remember the nuances of all the characters, earning a rating of late night for time commitment. Multiplayer, on the other hand, can be played in shorter amounts of time, especially if you set up a time to meet your friends online and mobilize quickly. Without the significance of the single-player story, multiplayer only requires players to focus on the combat and working together. Also, there isn't a need to find a good stopping point for the night. When it's time to go, simply end the match and walk away. The scale of the story is enormous. From the immense size of the Reapers to the galactic burden Commander Shepard carries, there's a lot to catch up on for new players, but the game tries its best to explain with detailed codex entries and conversations.
We've known about the archives for decades. Why now?
Process of elimination, mixed with a little desperation. When I got the data on the Alpha Relay incident, I knew I had to do something. Hackett knew it.
The sound design adds to the intensity of combat with the powerful crack of gunfire and the thunder and explosion of bionic powers.
Hope they get there soon.
The tremendous voice acting is back with both new and familiar faces, although the lip syncing isn't as smooth as it was in Mass Effect 2. The visuals are crisp, with detailed textures and extremely high contrast. As your first play session comes to an end, you'll absolutely be looking forward to the next. New players will miss the depth returning players will experience, and the default Shepard comes with the burden of missed opportunities and tragedies from the previous games, which you had no decision in. If you have time, at least play through the second game. If you can't, Mass Effect 3 will be a good starting point because of the ability to control the level of combat and narrative. One of the outstanding aspects of Mass Effect 3 is the ability to import a character along with their choices and actions. This creates an immensely personal and memorable gaming experience, and one that simply cannot be missed. Don't forget to subscribe and share your own thoughts on the game. Till next time, enjoy gaming.
Talk to the Council. Convince them to help us.
What if they won't listen?
Then make them listen. Now go! That's an order!
I'll be back for you, and I'll bring every fleet I can. Good luck.